The opportunity has never been better to start a business than now in 2022. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 simple business ideas that you can start today. And we actually run 2 of these businesses that I'm going to be talking about that make us over $125,000 a month. So let's get into number 1, which is window cleaning, which is my personal favorite because it's the first business that we started, and it's actually a very low startup cost business. So you can spend about $400 to $1,000 on equipment, and that is basically everything you're going to need to get these jobs done. Now, working alone, you can actually make over $100 an hour, which sounds crazy, but this is a type of service that is considered a luxury service because people don't need to get their windows cleaned, they want to. So people are willing to pay a premium price, especially since they don't want to be the ones getting up on a ladder cleaning 2-story windows. So, you can do this with storefronts, offices, or residential homes. And we specialize more in the residential area because we want to target homes that are in the wealthier neighborhoods and that need this type of service. You could actually make $800 a day once you're more efficient, get $100 an hour, which means an extra $3,000 to $4,000. Now that's some pretty insane results for a pretty simple business. Moving on to number 2 is landscaping, which is another business that you can start with less than $1,000. All you really need is a lawnmower, a leaf blower, and a trimmer. And starting this business from scratch, it can be a summer side hustle or it can be a multi-million-dollar business. If you guys watched the episode with Mike that we did a few episodes back, you can see that he started from scratch as well, and he was able to turn that business into a multi-million-dollar business, which is still growing with over 55 employees. So there's 2 different types of way you can do it. You can either go for the residential homes or you can do commercial buildings. Now, as a starter, I would recommend going for homes because they are smaller lawns and easier to deal with in the terms of getting the job. An average job can be $50 to $200, and if you're able to do 10 a day, you can be making an extra $500 to $1,000 a day. Doing the math on that, another $3,000 to $4,000 a week. So moving on to number 3 is a cleaning company, also known as a maid service. And we actually started a business like this at the end of 2021, and we're able to pull off about $12,000 in revenue in the first month. Now, the reason we started this business is because 1, it has recurring revenue. You get to service the same client a couple times a month and even sometimes every week. Now 2, there's tons of demand for this. There's homes everywhere and a ton of people need their house cleaned. Now there's 2 different ways we can go about it. You can do residential homes or you can go into offices and clean more commercial style buildings. Now we typically stay within the residential range because when we market to customers, we're doing that through platforms like Yelp and Google My Business, and the types of customers that are looking on these places are people with homes. We charge about $50 an hour per cleaner, and if you have 2 cleaners, that comes out to about $100 an hour. Now if you compare this to window cleaning, it's actually less money, but you do get to work indoors, so there is a few trade-offs with these businesses, but it really is just a preference. Now you can get into a maid service with as little as $200 to $300. All you really need is a few cleaning supplies, a mop, vacuum, and a duster. Okay, so moving on to number 4 is a moving company. Now this is a super simple business to start, and it's actually really affordable. It's less than $500. All you really need is a few moving blankets and a few rolls of bubble wrap. The boxes you can sell to the homeowner, and you can also rent a U-Haul truck so you don't have to have your own big box truck. Now this is a business that you should start either with a partner or have a helper on hand because obviously you don't want to be moving big heavy furniture by yourself, and that can get very tiring. Now, an average price for a local move is about $1,500. So if you're doing 5 moves a week, that's over $5,000 to $6,000 a week. You do the math on that, that's about $25,000 to $30,000 a month. Just moving people's things from one house to another. The business I want to talk about is dog walking. Sounds crazy, but you can actually make up to $400 a day doing that. And the startup cost is actually 0 because all it really is your time to take to walk the dogs. Now, on average, people pay about $40 an hour for a dog walking service, and if you can get a few people in your neighborhood on a weekly service, now you're making pretty good money walking dogs. Now, if I was starting out with a dog walking business, the first thing I would do is get a few flyers printed and put them throughout the neighborhood, and maybe even a few yard signs. You can also utilize local Facebook groups or next door as a way to promote yourself in the community so people are aware that you have a dog walking service. Now, business number 6, which we weren't planning on telling you, but we're gonna tell you anyways, is you gotta hit the subscribe button, man. What are you waiting for? But on a serious note, I do really want to see you guys start your own businesses, but this does require some level of hard work and effort. But I promise if you guys see it through, it's not a difficult business to start, and you can start making money today. Now, if you have any questions about anything that I talked about today, or if you plan on starting one of these businesses, let me know in the comments. I'll be answering some questions there as well as on the TikTok, so make sure you guys are following that as well. And we'll see you in the next video.